You're not really saying that music can kill, are you?
Yes, I am.
Music can be a very powerful thing. Nothing galvanizes the emotions as quickly.
Hello, kiddies. We're going to have a real good time together. We're talking with Ben Arnold, a Philadelphia musician who's got a great new record. A little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. You'll see. It's really, really good. So how was the show? I saw the video, but
Oh my God, it was so good. But it is kind of funny that the tour was got back and everything is Paul McCartney got back because kind of like he's got a big ass, which he doesn't.
right. You've
But
checked. You can
I
confirm.
I can confirm because I was
Yes.
close enough to really tell.
And you've seen him before, right?
Yeah, I've seen him. This was my fourth time.
Okay. Best of the four?
No, well, visually,
I mean, we're
yes, at
talking
best
we're I
seats
understand.
and like
We're like
visual.
splitting hairs.
We are
Like,
splitting hairs because they're all amazing. But
right.
this was like the visuals and stuff that he did, like stage wise, and our seats were unbelievable. But the best one for me was the first one because it was like I didn't see him until it was '02, I guess, the one where it was like the Back in the USA tour.
Okay. Hmm.
And that was just like unreal. So
No,
um
that like realization that you were in the same room with the Beatle is
it
will
yeah,
never be matched by anything else.
correct. But it was unbelievable. It was so good. And his
Set list was
band
good.
it was great. He played for almost 3 hours. He never took a break, never left the stage once. Um, the band is the same band he's had
Yeah.
always, except they added the horn section, which I told you and sent you.
Which is nice.
It's so good. So,
Because
so
there's
good.
sometimes I've seen him twice, and both times uh Wix on keyboard was like doing
Mhm.
some of the things where it's just like you could just what's a few
Right.
$100 for three people?
I mean, a little bit more than
Oh,
that.
more than, but you know what I'm
I know.
saying.
Yes.
Like,
In the grand scheme of, if you mark McCartney wise it, yes.
right.
Um, Played a lot of classics, played a lot of things that he's done before, and some things that were done at other shows, but it never gets old, like the tribute to
Oh,
John, the tribute to George,
no.
Um, and he does,
Like,
his voice is it was he did 2 nights in a row in Chicago, and they were the last 2 nights of the tour.
mhm,
So on top of being 83,
right.
you're tired, right? So
Yeah.
his voice is not as strong as it was, but it's not bad by any means. But there's something really lovely about the fact that he didn't fake it. He didn't, in no way were you like, oh man, he sounds like there's nothing like
Right.
that. He still sounds great. And the band the sound was so great at the United Center. They just sort of like supported him through it. And you never once like winced or went like, oh, you should hang it. You don't want him to hang it up. You're like, just keep going. And I didn't get any impression when he left that stage that he wasn't coming back. Like
Right.
he'll be back.
He did in spite of all the danger. Deep cut.
Yep.
Incredibly deep cut.
Incredibly deep cut.
And Nancy was there, it looks like.
Yeah, she was there and she was like rocking out and
Oh, you could see her.
oh yeah. And at the end she like he pointed her right out and then
Oh.
she was like they kept showing her on the screen and at the end she kind of met him at the side, like right underneath where we were and like put his
Hmm.
coat on him and Mary and James were there. Stella
Oh,
wasn't.
wow.
Mhm. And he
Probably for
pointed
the
at them.
holiday.
Probably. And they were in the front row rocking out. So that was cool.
I will never get over, and I don't know if I've ever seen a better ending to a show than the Sergeant Pepper's reprise into uh the end with the drum solo. Like nothing
Oh,
better.
yeah.
Any show, like nothing will top that.
It was awesome. The only thing that was a little, Dave and I both thought was a little weird, they did the Helter Skelter,
Hmm.
which is always weird to me. Not one of my favorites.
Okay.
And the visuals on it were kind of weird and it felt
Did he
very
say
long.
Bono stole this from me tonight? I'm stealing it back.
This time
Oh,
he did
no.
not. No. But it was a bit it was a bit odd. And the Live and Let Die was hilarious. How many explosions there were. It was so many.
This is what I'm saying. Stop one explosion, get a horn section.
We
One
had a horn
explosion a
section
night. But
and
I'm saying one
many
explosion a night, you could afford a horn section easy.
well, right, but so many explosions.
I he's one of those people, and I'm trying to think of another one who I will forgive it, and I can't think of it. Maybe Mavis Staples, who can do the kind of shtick where you know very, very easily. You don't have to look deep. Like they do this every single night. Every bit, every in-between song banter, the thing where he licks his finger and touches the crowd and goes, "Oh, it's hot." Like all of that, I
Right.
forgive absolutely everything. And you're like, I do not care.
Right. And when he forgets the line, and I don't think if he even really does forget the line, he goes, "Oh, you know what? Don't worry, I got it. I got it. I wrote it." I mean, I heard him do that years ago with something.
What's the one? I think it was she came in through the bathroom window where he like changes it to like, and I don't remember this part of the song, and I should probably learn it, but I'm not going to learn it because the tour's almost over. And it
That's
was like every single time, but I don't care.
no,
Tell
nope.
your story about getting the massage from the woman in Japan humming yesterday, even though she acts like she has no idea who you are. Like,
Right.
I don't care. Just do it.
No, because he's the best. He's
Yeah.
just the best. And the crowd was so fun. And it was like lots of different ages, but lots of people in his age group, lots of
Mm,
people, and lots of people on canes and walkers and
interesting.
yeah, and people were dancing and standing. And I was thinking about you actually because I was like, I wonder if you'd be bad because people stood through this whole show.
No, here's my thing. Oh, and he did I've Just Seen a Face. That one, oh, I love that one.
That's a great one.
Um, you have to decide as a group. And if we're all
Well,
standing, we're all
yes,
standing. If
I
we're all
agree.
sitting, we're all sitting. You
No, I
cannot fight City Hall.
no, I do we agree on that. Like I
Yeah.
do go with the masses.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and it was so fun because there were people there though that like had seen him and I couldn't figure out the math on it because there were people who had seen him like 100. There's a guy there who had seen him 170 times.
I mean, that's got to be going back to Wings. Never mind, Flowers in the Dirt and Off the Ground. Like,
Well, right. I mean, that is, and I'm like, they had to have included like Beatles in that, maybe. But even if you do, like, even if you include Beatles, that's, you're like literally going on tour.
oh, yes, definitely.
So how do
I
you go on, unless you literally work for the man?
There's a woman in Canada, um, who I follow on Twitter, of course, because she always posts a picture of her hotel room, and it's always
Uh-huh.
just like it's a nothing shot. I don't know why, but why I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Hmm.
She follows Dylan around and always ends the tour by posting like all of her physical paper tickets. Um, and I know she said in something like, this is what I do. Like everything she does is to support the ability to drop everything and go follow Dylan around. But like at least he's doing 75, 80 shows a year. Like that way you
Right.
can get your numbers up higher. Like
Right.
Paul McCartney does not do 80 shows a year, maybe
No.
10, maybe 20.
Right.
Like he is like having the best of all possible worlds,
Right.
where he can just go be Paul McCartney somewhere else by himself for months upon months and then
Right.
roll out the circus and like
So
bank a
you got to
few
give up like
more
a year of,
million.
right. And so you have to like give up your life for like a couple years or a
Hmm.
year at a time,
Right.
then go back to it.
Right. And is Denny's cool with you being like, I hate to break it to you, but Paul is out
Right.
again?
Right.
I mean, maybe people have
And
it
there
better
were
sorted than we
several,
do.
by the way, several. So it can't all be that they're like independently wealthy. Like the people
Hmm.
next to us, who my new best friend, who I
Right.
adore, she's awesome. And her husband, they were like, okay, we've seen him 4 times on this tour.
So how did they do that? What's their
Well, they didn't really tell us. And the night before, they were always scheduled to be at our show, but the night before they were in Chicago and they're like, should we see if we can get tickets and just go both nights? And so they did get them for the night prior and they were way in the back, but they didn't care. Then they were from
hmm
Atlanta. So
Okay.
they'd seen them, so
Did you
they,
call it Hotlanta in front of them?
no, I didn't.
Okay.
But they were originally from Pittsburgh.
Mm.
And we didn't really talk to them about that stuff till the very end of the show after we were best friends.
hmm
Um, and we don't know what they do, but you could tell when we were talking to them because they started telling us about their like that they probably have done, well for themselves and they're older. So they probably are at a stage in their life where they've earned, the
Sure.
ability of time and, you know, money to if they want to see Paul McCartney 4 times, let's do it. We've
Well,
worked
and the other
hard.
thing
Let's
too,
let's go for it.
well, but let's say you schedule your entire vacation for the year around when somebody is touring. Let's say you're able to work the dates enough where you can get 2 weeks off. Maybe you leave on a Wednesday, you come back, like something weird like that.
Right.
How many shows can you see in 2 weeks, especially with an artist of that ilk who is on the older side and not doing every single night?
Right.
Like that's the part that's crazy. Like even
I don't
Dylan has like 2 nights off pretty regularly because believe it or not, I think he needs to save that voice.
well, right. I know. I'm sure he does.
But
I'm
like
sure he does.
there's some acknowledgement that you have to like look at and go, clearly he's slowing down. This is not what it once
Yes.
was 25 years ago. And Paul McCartney, even Pearl Jam, like it is, we'll do a few dates. Oh, we're going to end up in Hawaii. We'll take 5 days off and then get back at it in Japan or, San Francisco or
Right.
something where it's clearly they're like, we're scheduling a break in the middle of this so we can enjoy the fact that we are in this place for work. And
Right. Right.
it's, I think it's impressive.
It is,
I
but
just, it's
it's in
hard to find that one person that I would be all in on, like saying, yes, I want to go see this every, you know what I mean? Because like you can't do that with multiple people, I feel like. I feel like that's some sort of betrayal of something.
I feel like as I could this is how terrible I am. And it's not going to shock you. Not going to shock anyone. I could do it if I was on the bus and I was in the wings.
Thinking about my life on an
And these
October
songs,
night.
they were kind of percolating for a while. The liner notes, so you started kind of during COVID.
Uh, some, I'd say a bunch of them for sure. I mean, they were a lot of half-baked tunes that were. What you realize as a writer, you write a lot of stuff. And a friend of mine, the way it really came down was a buddy of mine who I've done a lot of work with. I'm just going to tell you, this is the day off after a run of 7 shows and having a
Oh,
horrible cold
Oh,
and a whole
fun.
lot of stuff. So I'm a little throaty, okay?
Yeah.
that's
Uh,
okay.
um, but my buddy Shane called me and said, I've worked together for a long time, and I also worked together with him in another band called Pistol for Ringo, which is kind of an LA based thing that I do. And he's like, dude, we should record some stuff. And this is in whatever a year ago, and I got shit, man. I got nothing, And he said, well, look around, And of course I did. I looked around and I realized that I had amassed a tremendous amount of material over since 2020, basically, and I just started picking through it, and finishing it. And I would just send, he's like, oh, just send me something. I sent him one, and then I sent him three, and then I sent him five, and then I sent him another one, and so I ended up sending him like 30 tunes. And between that, we decided to whittle it down to, nine that we cut out in LA. And
Hmm.
yeah, it was just great motivation. That's motivation from your friends. You can't beat it when like, dude, get your shit together and let's do something. Let's make some art. It was a lot of fun. And I did not see it coming. I was just ready to come home with, um, you know, six, seven tunes with, guide tracks of guitar and a vocal and, maybe a drum track of some kind. And it all just kind of like went and fell in my lap. So it's been, it was really a fantastic experience. We got most all the recording done in about 10 days. And I went back and we mixed for 5 days. And outside of doing, I had broken a couple ribs right before I went out to and so I couldn't really sing entirely. There's a couple original vocals on there, but I ended up recutting some vocals back in Philly about a month later. But other than that, it was like, and that's done. And I was super proud of it. I love the record. I love how it feels live. And I'm glad you guys like it.
Yeah. Okay, that's no joke. To try to sing with broken ribs,
No, it
that's
totally freaking sucked.
that's insane. I don't like,
It's,
Breath control is hard enough.
right.
yeah. Well, not to change the subject, but also on this tour, I've realized this morning I had a wicked cold, like the worst kind of viral wicked cold last week that's everywhere in Germany. And I ended up taking some meds, but I was coughing so hard that I'm pretty sure that I might have cracked
No,
something
no.
in my back too,
No,
or
no, no,
Mm.
no,
and
no.
touring, it's so glamorous. It's so
It
much
is.
fun.
It's so glamorous, right? It's everything that we all dreamed about as
Yeah,
kids. Like
yeah,
this, it's exactly what we always wanted.
yes. Everybody wants to carry luggage up 4 flights of stairs.
Oh,
It's a
absolutely.
blast.
Have you done
And
it like up a train
Let alone a
station?
drum kit.
Oh, yeah.
oh, geez, yeah.
Up train steps are the best, or up,
Yeah.
and like old European hotels are my favorite. Like I love that I hate elevators. Like I hate them with a passion. So I
Uh,
won't take them. So I will drag
really?
them up. Yeah. So I'm a
What
great
the fuck,
extra
guys?
roadie
Where's
if you
the
need them.
elevator?
No,
Where's the elevator? Where's the air conditioning? They don't exist.
no. Oh,
But
no, they don't.
that's okay. I'm
I'll come
I'm
on tour and be your luggage carrier
I'm
for you
bitching
because
about
I've got it
nothing. There's
done.
nothing I'd
I
rather
know.
be doing right now.
So it is true. I mean, it is still wonderful and it adds to the like,
Hmm.
I don't know, it adds to the feel of it all. And
I am in a town called Melle, Melle, in Lower Saxony, Germany. Right now, we're actually just outside of we're in Mellebur, which is kind of like the suburbs of Melle, and we're in a really nice, clean, very simple European hotel, and but it's it's 2 floors. It's perfect for me.
yeah,
And we're on it.
yeah.
We have today is a day off, in theory, a day off. We drove here this morning in crazy pouring rain and got here and we did some laundry and got some food and we're basically just gonna chill and not talk to each other for 24 hours.
Right. You just have to
And
talk to us. You
yeah,
just talk to strangers instead.
except all of a sudden at like 10 o'clock at night, the
Right.
WhatsApp texts start going, hey, what are you guys doing? Hey, what are you
Of
doing? What are you
course.
doing? Let's meet at the bar.
Of
But
course. We've got to go explore.
yeah,
Enjoy the
but
town.
we're glad to have a day. I'm so glad to have a day.
How has the response been in Germany so far?
It's great. I mean, I don't know if I'm being as clear as I should be. This band that I'm touring with here, it's
Mm.
called US Rails, and I don't want to
Huh?
detract or distract
No,
from my record because my
of
record
course.
is more important. But the US Rails, this band that I've been involved with for almost 20 years, and we've been touring over here for damn near 20 years, and we remain at a very sustainable yet low level. And it's just a blast to be with your mates and making music every night. And the fans are they're great. We play 100 to 100 to 200 kind of rooms, enough to rock out, enough to make some sound, enough to pay the bills. Um, but it's a, it ain't Springsteen, it's it's pretty guerrilla. Except for, we do have we stay in hotels and we do have food and all that kind of stuff, and we travel in a relatively comfortable vehicle. But this tour is taking us Germany, Spain, and Italy. And so we're finishing out starting tomorrow, 5 more shows in Germany. And then then we're making our way down to Spain where we're doing actually like 11 shows. And then we'll make our way to Italy and play another 5 shows. So we have like 21 more shows to go. So it's a lot ahead. And then I'm going to come
So
home
yeah, plenty
and
of time
start
to
really rocking my new record.
yeah, plenty of
Yes.
time to kick the cold.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
just rest up and
And get
Yeah.
back for the
Well, what's
record.
cool about going to Spain also is that it's warmer down there.
this is
Yes.
true.
That's
Usually we go to Spain first, and then we come back to Germany, and it's freezing. So
oh,
it's the opposite, which is great.
much better order this time.
Yeah.
How did you put together the folks who are on this record? Because there's one we don't have the liner notes, but on Beautiful Imperfection, who is that singing with you?
Her name's Allie Wadsworth. She's a friend of mine who is just a spectacular backup singer, let alone singer in her own right. And I wrote that song with, not really with, my buddy Hans Ludvigsen in Sweden. We were sitting drinking some, uh, what was it? Wasn't Glenfiddich. Uh, it was a pretty decent whiskey, and it was snow outside, and sitting in his cottage out in Sweden in the woods where you go to forage from mushrooms. And we were about to do a duo tour together, and we were just kind of hanging out and sort of rehearsing, and then just hanging out late night. And he mentioned that phrase, "beautiful imperfections," and I said, I got to write something with that. And I wrote, and that is one of the few songs in my life, to be honest. I don't care what anybody says. The shit does not happen all the time. But that was one of the few songs in my life that I wrote in probably 25 minutes. And it sat there for a long time. And when we went to record it, I loved the recording, but then I had, without sounding, well, it sounds kind of cheesy and I don't care, but the Lady Gaga, Bradley Cooper, what's the movie? Star is
Oh,
Born
Stars Born,
yeah.
yeah.
thing. I was like, I want to do it. Well, more so than that was almost was uh, Glenn Hansard and Marquetta doing "Falling Slowly," which I
Mhm.
guts me to this day.
Yeah.
I wanted. I was like, let me do a duet. I've never done a duet, and Allie was totally game for it, and she crushed it.
Yeah, it's really
I thought.
nice.
It
And
is.
the whole band, it sounds really tight and really together. I'm assuming they're not folks
Told
who've
you.
played together a lot. I
Yeah,
mean, but
it's
when
my
you have Pete
recordings are
Thomas on your
always
record,
organized chaos.
yeah.
Um,
Well, you
it's
could have fooled me.
yeah, because I work with people that are ridiculously talented, and not they're ridiculously talented, yet at the same time they're very artistic, and they're not uh, there's not a lot of ego involved, so there's not a me game. It's all about the song, and I really kind of can't work with people that aren't. I've worked with some amazing musicians, but they just want to show off their musicianship and not
Well,
really
let's
work the
name them.
song.
Yeah,
What's
let's talk
that?
about them
Yeah.
for a while.
Let's name them.
Too many records.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, everybody just really stepped it up, and for some reason, the bulk of the record was me, Shane Smith, my buddy Adam Winokur, who was a long, long time ago, without getting into too much detail. He was a student of mine, and then he ended up playing in my band 15 years ago. And then he moved to California to pick weed or something, and decided it and bailed on the music. And I happened to be in LA, and I said, "Oh, I'm going to be in LA. I'm making a record." He's like, "I'm coming down. I'm going to play on it." Crushed it, killed it on bass. My friend um, Jesse Honig also LA guy slash Joshua Tree guy. He has a company called Believable Audio. He makes pedals, but he's also just a brilliant sound guy and just a really cool artistic drummer. And he said, "Hey, I want to come play," and he came and he played. Pete Thomas, I he played on a record of mine 12 years ago, something like that. And I was like, Pete, what are you doing? And we got him back in the fold for 4 or 5 of the tunes. And then there was just Barry McGuire and Philly and Allie and Matt who plays drums with me. He did not play drums on the record, but he's just a great backup singer, and he played all the percussion, did all the background vocals with Allie. That's pretty much the team. That was it.
It's
No
interesting how
calling in
many of them.
ringers. We didn't call in the ringers.
Well, but they all have a connection to you previously, so there is sort of a musical conversation happening continued,
It's
even if they didn't play on the same tracks together.
Yeah, it's so personal and community collectively put together, and there's no other way I'd rather have done it. I mean, it really just, I think it comes through on the record, comes through in the music, in the feel, in my performance. It helps me to perform better. Guys killed it.
No, it's always so interesting to me how you know who the right people are when you do know so many people, ego aside, because you obviously know a lot of people with and without, but and you know so many talented people, how you know who the right people are and who the right mix is and how that synergy does happen, like Luke said, how it all works.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's up for experimentation and just like, oh yeah, play something, see how it goes, and I've just been really freaking lucky, because 99% of the time it's just like, oh yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that. And that's exactly what I sort of had in mind, but you just made it infinitely better than how I could have described to you what to do. And I
Hmm.
do have a habit of, I wouldn't say I'm a micromanager. I'd say I'm a bit of a conductor slash arranger. So I like to kind of I'd like to hear the vision that I have in my head. But you want to work with people that are going to improve that vision, and that's how it works, and that's where the magic comes from.
Well, it's hard too. I always think about like when I think about like, when I get my friends together, like who'd get along, but they may get along in the real world, but then musically, their styles or their working styles may be just disastrous. So how
I
you
mean,
get that,
are
where
you a
it works
musician?
in the room.
Are
A
you a
little bit.
musician? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Are you a musician? I'm pointing at you like you can see me pointing at you.
I
Right.
can see you pointing at
Are you?
Yes. Yeah, we both have musical backgrounds
backgrounds.
and
I
Right on.
run from mine, but
Right.
Luke's more embracing of his.
Right on. It's well, yeah. I mean, I mean, I got a crap load of musical friends, and
Yeah,
some of them are incredibly talented. I never want to be in a band with them.
right.
Um, we're
That's
just
why I run from mine.
happy going drinking.
Yes, that's
Mhm.
what I do instead.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's if you put it in the realm of sports, there's baseball players that are great, but they don't want to
Mhm.
go and play on the football field,
Right.
but they're more than happy to go hang out, at the bar
Hmm.
uh, with them. So yeah, I mean,
Yes.
yeah, no, I've just been really fortunate over the course of my life to cultivate friendships with people that are um, the benefits are different and varying. One of which can be just the friendship. The other can be a musical
Yeah.
partnership. And for instance, Barry McGuire, who is was extremely instrumental in helping me finish the lead track on the record, "Catch the Lightning." We've been friends since 1994, and you know, we were in a band together. It didn't really work out, but we've maintained a friendship almost solely based on our musical experiences together in the recording situation because he's just so great at that.
Mhm.
Playing situation, I mean, he's an amazing player, but he's a guy that I don't want to get into it. He doesn't want to learn
Personalities
all the
don't always.
songs and do
Yeah.
all the stuff. He just wants to
Yeah.
show up and play or something,
Yeah.
and so that didn't exactly work out, but we've worked together in a studio environment for many years, and it's just always magic.
So,
He also co-produced the songs. Which ones were they now? My America and All the Love in My Heart. Those two are also kind
Hmm.
of co-done with Barry, and Barry, recorded and mixed them, crushed it.
Was there a point in the recording process where you kind of realized, like, are we making a record here? Because you said you went out with no grand ambitions to like,
When I came back from LA, I was
hmm.
like, oh, we got a record here. We got something. And I'd say, and then even more so when I went out to mix the tracks that we had done, because then I brought out the other few tracks that I had already finished pretty much a year earlier and had no place for them and didn't release them and couldn't find um, a life for them, a home for them. I was like, oh man, just kismet wise, it's just all they really tie in well with the thematically and musically with the rest of the record. And then I was like, okay, I got a record. And then we mixed it, and then I mastered it, and I was ready to press 100 CDs and 100 vinyls and sell them at my shows and sell them out of the back of my car, as they say, whatever. Put it up on, fuck knows, whatever, DistroKid, and uh,
Hmm.
and and at that moment, it dawned on me. I know some folks in the music business. Let me call a couple, and I sent it to three different people, and one of them was this guy Jack Barton, who I worked with in the 2000s, earlier 2000s, and he called me back in an hour and he was like, I want to put the record out. So it was kind of ultimately a pretty big surprise. And
Hmm.
great surprise. It's a gift, you know.
Do you think the record would turn out the way it did if you had gone to LA with the intention to, we're making an album?
Well, I don't start any project with the intention. I start with, I should say, I start with every project and any project that I do with some great intention. Like I'm not the kind of guy that just goes, let's just see what happens. I mean, I know that sort of sounded that way before. I knew I was going to record these songs, and me and Shane were both excited enough about the tunes to say, okay, let's record them, but
Right.
let's didn't expect to get as much done. We just got so much more done than I thought we would, and I thought I'd get guide tracks and some good drum tracks and bass tracks, and then I'd come back to Philly and kind of finish it and send it back virtually back to Shane and blah 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 for the next 2 years. In fact, it was probably the most inexpensive and most and quickest record I've ever made. It was just fast. Everything was just
Hmm.
boom. It was 3 months, which I mean, not a solid recording, but it was like over the course of 3 months, and it's done. Most of my records in recent memory, they've all taken, you know, upwards of 2 years. You just
Hmm.
to start it, and the money and everything before it's actually out is like a 2 year cycle. So this
Is there
was
one or
expedited, unintentionally expedited.
is there one or two tracks that really, for you, feel like the record kind of hangs on? Because obviously the single is its own thing, and that's a whole different ball game. But for you, the one or two tracks that really
It's
like,
three tracks. It's
hmm.
Catch the Lightning, Beautiful Imperfections, and My America. Those three.
Mm. What is it about those three, you think?
Catch the Lightning kind of just it captures the feel of my life story a bit. It captures the story of my life story pretty clearly. Um, it's it feels super comfortable to sing. Um, I knew from the get-go that there was a particular musical hook in it that's very apparent as soon as you put on the song. That I was like, that's the hook. That's going to be great. And we cut the track in next to no time. I just knew, okay, this is going to be awesome. And then Barry latched onto it and made it magic, in my opinion. Beautiful Imperfections. I've been sitting on that song for so long. Um, I, I I couldn't figure out how to record it right. Whatever. I think I tried recording it once, and this for some reason just this that pass was just like, oh, that's the one. That's great. And it also tells a bit of the story of my, my romantic life, I guess. It's really part of me. I mean, that tells a bit of my, we've all had a life of stuff, and
Hmm.
and with people, and it's once you accept the interest, yeah, not intricacies, the idiosyncrasies of people, then you can, maybe settle and make a little bit of a life with them. Thirdly, My America um, is, I mean, it was what I saw coming down the pike 4 years ago, and it it only got worse for me. I don't want to get into, politics too much with you guys. I don't know where you stand, but for me, I'm kind of fed up and angry, and it speaks to where I come from, on a political level. That's all. And I and I'm not the kind of guy really that goes out with a sign. I might be soon.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. But I try to do it with music, and I think that the message in that particular tune is it's both hard yet and subtle at the same time. And playing it is a fucking dream. I love I open a lot of shows with it, and I just
Mm.
really just enjoy playing it.
And
But
then to
that
put that
said, I like every song on this record, so it's a little difficult for me to pick the
Right.
baby.
So
right.
picking your
Yeah,
children.
yeah.
Everything was good as gold. You were warm in a world so cold. Every night was like a dream, but everything's not what it seems. There were signs.
6 by Ben Arnold is available right now wherever you get your music. For more information, you can find him online, benarnold.com or at facebook.com/benarnoldband.
Now have we finally given up? 'Cause I wish I could be anywhere but here, doing anything but this, with anyone but you right now. I can't take it anymore. No, this ain't no way to live. You're never gonna work it out. Everywhere around the globe, people meet and they give up hope. Every way the people can